Mesopotamia. And aren't you glad he did? Just look at all the cool stuff in your life that has wheels. Bicycles, cars, skateboards. Ouch. Over time, other inventors kept moving forward. For instance, Egyptians invented glass.
Oh, tourists, get it off!
And to be honest, they had a big advantage because there's tons of sand in Egypt. And sand is one of the main ingredients in glass. Touché. Can you imagine a world without glass? No eyeglasses, no mirrors, and no glass slippers. Moving way forward to around 1440, an inventor in Germany named Johann Gutenberg created a printing press with movable type, which enabled the mass production of books. Thanks to his invention, we have newspapers, school books, and all that stuff that goes into libraries. Oh yeah, and comic books.
Ah, yes.
Most people think that Galileo, the father of astronomy, invented the telescope. But the truth is, a Dutch scientist named Hans Lippershey invented it in 1608, about 8 months before Galileo made his. However, Galileo's telescope was more powerful, and he had a better publicist. So everybody thinks he was the first, but he wasn't. And just think, those modest little telescopes 400 years ago led to the giant telescopes of today, including the Hubble Space Telescope, which allows us to look at the far reaches of the universe. In America, Alexander Graham Bell invented one of the great excuses for not doing homework. And what started out as a rather large, clunky machine has evolved to the modern-day cell phone, small enough to fit in your pocket.
Excellent. Excellent. Did you just say excellent because I said excellent?
No. Then there was Thomas Edison, who changed the world with some bright ideas by inventing the incandescent light bulb and the motion picture projector.
Thank you, thank you. Hold your applause. Thank you very much.
The father of the modern gasoline-powered automobile was another German inventor named Carl Friedrich Benz. His three-wheeled Motorwagen had a top speed of 11 miles an hour. Get out of the way, you road hog! Today's cars, well, they go faster than 11 miles an hour, come in a variety of colors, and some even run on electricity. And talk about moving forward with an invention that shaped the world.
I believe it's possible to fly as a bird. It appears heavy. It's light.
Whoops! How about these two brothers, Orville and Wilbur Wright? Their invention really took off with a little something they called the airplane. While the Wright brothers' first flight traveled only 120 feet and lasted a mere 12 seconds, today's jumbo jets can travel thousands of miles. And their brethren, like the space shuttle, can circle the Earth, staying aloft for weeks at a time. Pretty amazing story, huh? Another totally creative genius who kept moving forward was Philo T. Farnsworth. Ever heard of him? Well, all he did was invent the television.
The very first.
Yep, that Philo T. Farnsworth. Who would have thought back then that someday television would be viewed on tiny portable screens? How many times has someone said, it's the greatest thing since sliced bread? That is an excellent question. Well, sliced bread was invented by a baker from Iowa named Otto Frederick Rowetter. That invention, of course, made it possible for peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. Okay, who's hungry?
Oops.
Now we come to one of the most creative inventors ever. His name? Walt Disney. Among his inventions is the modern-day theme park. Places like Disneyland and Disney World. And both of those places are filled with something else he created.
Audio and electronics? Right, audio and electronics.
Machines that are so lifelike, you have to wonder if those pirates you're looking at are real or not. Arr! And these realistic animatronics have led the way in research for the robots of tomorrow.
Oh, it's shiny.
Walt Disney also created a place called Epcot, which stands for Experimental Prototype Community of Tomorrow.
Never gonna remember that.
Epcot was originally built and dedicated to showcase the technological advances and inventions of today that will improve our future lives. Walt Disney truly believed that if we keep moving forward, we will discover rich new worlds and, in a very real way, shape the world and invent the future.
To the future!
And what an exciting future awaits us all. We We already have computers, the internet, and cell phones. So, what else is left to invent? Tons and tons of really cool stuff. That's what.
Whoa.